My name is Alixe LaFramboise, and I'm just sharing how I started my journey to become Catholic and how it went and what it feels like now. So essentially, when I was growing up, my parents were Latter-day Saints, and we kind of attended church pretty inconsistently. There would be periods of time where we'd go quite often, and then we wouldn't go for several weeks, and then we'd go again. And by the time I was a teenager, I wanted nothing to do with going to church. I didn't really understand the value of it, and I sort of rebelled against it. So then I just got older, and when I was in college, my now husband and I would talk about faith and talk about what we believed, and we both knew that we believed in God, but we didn't feel like we identified with a particular faith at that point. So we'd continue to talk about it, and we'd have conversations and then not, and then we got older, we got engaged, we got married, and life just started getting tougher. We, went through financial insecurity for a while. We found out we were expecting our first child after being married for a few months, and my daughter happened to be born prematurely and was in the NICU for about a month and was on oxygen support until she was 2 months old. And suddenly we knew that we needed God in our life and that God was going to carry us through these tough situations. So we started spending a lot of time praying and really leaned on God for his guidance and support, and we really felt like God got us through these tough situations. After our daughter was born, it just started to become more of a priority to figure out what we really believed and to become a member of a faith community. So we started just doing research, and we attended several different churches and different services, and each of the places that we visited, we just didn't feel connected where we were. We didn't feel connected, we didn't feel inspired, it just didn't feel right. So we just sort of continued through this process. Then we had our second child, and just after having our second child and seeing our first child get older, it just continued to feel like, okay, we need to figure this out. We need to figure out where we belong. We knew it was important to us, and we also at that point wanted our children to have it in their lives. We wanted them to have the knowledge of God and of Jesus, and to have that anchor in their own lives as they got older. So we continued to research and visit, and then of course the pandemic hit, and so through the pandemic, we just started watching Catholic Mass on the local, TV station every Sunday, and in downtown Grand Rapids, and just every Sunday we would watch it, and then we would discuss, the homilies, and more that we watched it, we did feel connected, we did feel inspired, it was starting to feel like that was where we belonged. So, then as things started opening up again, we started watching Mass on our computers at home, at the local parishes around us. So we watched Byron Centers, and then we watched Jennison's, and then of course St. Pius. And there was just something about Father Stephen. We just felt so connected to him and to his homilies that we wanted to seek out being members of this church. So I contacted the church and was put in touch with Rosemary, and came in and met her, and she was very welcoming and non-judgmental, and immediately made me feel comfortable and shared information about the RCIA program, and I just was ready to do it. I was ready to begin. So I had to wait a few months until it was starting again the following year, and I did, and when she called me, I started, and I didn't really even think about the commitment that it was. I just was ready, and everything felt right. So I began classes every Wednesday, and I will say, it was a very big commitment. I'm a full-time working mom of 2 children, and we had our classes every Wednesday, and then as we got further along in the program, there were more commitments too. But despite it being a big commitment, to me, I knew that there was nothing more important than being a part of this journey. And I knew what it meant, not only for myself, but also for my family and my family's future. And although it may have been hard just to get places sometimes, when my kids are clinging to me as I'm trying to leave the house, when I was here, I knew this is where I was supposed to be. Just every step along the way, every class that I attended, every rite that I completed, and then of course, being baptized and confirmed at the Easter Vigil, everything just felt right, and it felt like that was exactly where I was supposed to be at that point in time and what we were supposed to be doing as a family. Now it's just I think it's just been an amazing thing for our family. Now, we as a family are part of a church community, and it's just been, I don't know how to describe it, it's just been amazing to have a community of people that love you and support you and are here for you and make you feel so welcomed and at home. And I've been able to build lots of relationships with people here at the church, and it's just been a great experience overall. Our kids have been baptized. My husband and I had our marriage confirmed in the Catholic Church, and it just feels wonderful to be here and to be on this path of, continuing to form our faith and then our children's as well.